All right, good evening, everyone. So we are just waiting for people to stream in, come in. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's all get prepared for next week coming ahead. I hope most of you guys who is in this room is in some sort of long already in the long position for goal. That means you would have been making ka-ching. Yeah, if you missed the rally, that's kind of a pity. Yeah, it has really. I was just speaking to Alexis before the webinar starts. I think we have really very few reasons to actually short go at the moment. So if go whichever time frame you're in, personally that's just my non-professional take is that if you have any reasons to get into go price action or trend, it might be a good time to get into it. I mean, majority of the world gets long, so why not join the fund? We don't know when they will actually plummet. Then again, you might not want to say things out loud, kind of a thirst. All right, so I'll be sharing my screens. All right, so as usual, I'll be going on the technical analysis part on the currency indices, and I have arranged the indices from my most bullish pair to whatever I don't know what they are really doing, and my bearish pair, which is right at the bottom. That's easy for you to view. So in a nutshell, the summary is that I'm bullish on euro and pound. I really don't know what CAD, Aussie, yen, and Swiss is doing, and I'm pretty bearish on Kiwi and dollar. Yep. So that's a nutshell, right? So let's pry open the nuts and see why my opinion is as such. Now, for euro, I think the way I mark my level is pretty self-explanatory. Is that you can see that a couple of weeks back we have a pretty nice looking low test bar rejection from this level, which is the previous high also. I mean, price really just gaps up and then comes down. And then it's a classic break and retest. I'm on a weekly chart, by the way. So whatever price action you see here does represent quite, I would say, a sideways movement in the lower time frame. But on saying that, I would say that price is still looking pretty bullish by just the weekly price action alone, and it's yearning to go to 120. Yeah, as such, I've placed euro as my most bullish pair. Now, the next on my list is euro, and pound is always the best buddy. You can see their chart. I would say have a 70% mirror effect. Yeah. So that gives us a bit of a conundrum. So if you're going to long euro, and you're going to long pound, that's like a double whammy. Yeah. So whichever one looks nicer to you, on the actual forex pair, choose one. Don't go on both. Correct? Or you can simply switch to euro pound pair and see which one is more bullish to your liking. Yeah. So as what I'm saying, pound and euro is looking the same, have a very classic break and retest. And pound is actually, to me, you can see at the previous price action, very bullish one. Double inside bar, which is a double test bar, and then gaps down, close really bullish up. So at minimum, on the weekly chart, price is yearning to go to 137 and aiming for 140. All right. So euro and pound best buddy of the year of almost the past decade. Choose one which you like the best on the other time frames and go for it. Now the Canadian DAX, again on the weekly charts, look, I would argue that this is a pretty strong horizontal level, a very strong support level. But I've seen more bearish bar than bullish bar over here. So I don't know how long price is just going to wobble around here. As such, I place it right in the middle. I don't know where it wants to go. But on a midterm view, I do think that price will actually bounce back up to 73 because this is really previously, this is where it kind of wobble at this entire range. Yes, here, right? So, but other than that, let's go for the immediate view. I would argue is here. So we do have space to go, but the price action really doesn't justify long cap at the moment unless you're trading reversals. Now, For those of you who are in the show for a quite long time, you would have already known by now that I really, really hate trading in the middle of nowhere. Australian dollar, yes, one look is bullish, but at the same time, it's really in no man's land. At the moment, you can see that it is in a messy range. At the same time, it's in the middle of nowhere, so I can't really argue that this really has a bullish sign to it. Yeah. Yen is, I would say, is even more distasteful to me. Very clear-cut range, very clear-cut in the middle of nowhere. So I can't really have a clear outlook where it wants to go. So such pair I really don't like to trade. I would just prefer to put it one side. Now Swiss, on the other hand, again, really short-term view. That means in the past few months, you can see that it's trying to go high. But if you, again, I'm on a weekly chart. If you zoom out, price has never been in this area, and in the past, it has a really, really nice looking rejection off here, right? So I would argue that the Swiss franc actually wants to go lower, but the price action does not has that look at the moment. Yeah, so again, reversal trader I would say you might probably love this, but for trend traders like me, I would just stay out at the moment. Next on my list is Kiwi. Now Kiwi, yes, Kiwi and dollar, I would love to short, but Kiwi is on a potential to short list, right? So it has not given me a clear-cut sign that it wants to go short, but it's on a very nice looking whole number level, which is $60. So I would argue that price might just come and touch and then break down, or it might just decide to close the gap next week, again on the weekly chart. Yeah. So I don't like to trade in the middle, so I would love to trade at the extreme ends of a range or a trend. That's where I love to place my trade, and Kiwi happens to be on the extreme end. Yep. So this is where I'll wait patiently for Kiwi on a 4-hour time frame to give me a lower high, then I will go short, or actually a double top if it forms. And the last on my list is actually dollar. Yeah. So dollar, you can see that in the past, it has definitely go to 90. Very nice. It If you remove all the lines, just look at the immediacy, it will give you pretty nice looking lower high, lower low, lower high. And the recent price action is just all those nice looking wick. I also love to trade wick, so multiple upper wick rejection just tells me that price wants to go lower. So dollar, it will be the most bearish pair. Now with that, we are just simply going to trade the strongest against the weakest. So euro dollar, I'm just waiting for price to break this really, really nice looking ceiling, break and retest, and I'll be happy to go long, right? So if you look at the immediacy, it has really give you a nice marking looking higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Yeah, so now, yes, it's in the middle of nowhere. So I'm not saying get in right now. I'm just saying wait for price to break it, retest, and we can go for long. Again, pound dollar, euro dollar, best buddy. Really, really similar looking chart. So don't trade both. Choose one which actually give you the nice looking break and retest. Go for it. Now, Euro Kiwi, I'm bullish on Euro. I'm bearish on Kiwi. So here's what I'm waiting to do. I'm not about to trade reversal. This place, I would love to trade if it really gives me a very clear cut, higher low. If it does happen, at the same time, it will really look at an inverted head and shoulder. Yeah. So if it if the inverted head and shoulder does happen, so this would be actually the very, very first opportunity for a trend trader to get in. For people who trade here, that's me. I would really aim for big risk to reward, because such places might not signify a change of trend. But if it does, then this gives you the best risk to reward. For those of you who are uncomfortable trading here, wait for the second higher low. Now, this would really signify a change of structure. There's a new uptrend going on. Pound Kiwi. So again, best buddy, pound and euro. is really the same thing, right? Either trade the inverted head and shoulders or trade the next higher low. Now, the bonus pair that I'm going to look out for this is odd yen. Odd yen, yes, these two I've placed in the middle, which is really I don't know where to go. But odd yen itself, if you look at the H4 chart, really, really nice looking. Now, if you look at the dollar, but if you look at on the daily chart, you can see that on the daily chart, price is actually fast heading into a very, very significant horizontal level. So do not trade straight to the level. I think it's a really, really bad idea. So if price breaks this resistance level, come back for a retest, then that's where I'll be interested to get in. Yeah, be it on the daily or the H4 chart. All right. So for those of you who trade on the lower time frame, I sincerely doubt that it will give you any much of a significant retracement. If it did, and you can get 1:1 by trading over here, then yes, that might be a good choice. If you cannot get 1:1 before it hits the significant ceiling level, don't do it. Yes, be patient, wait for the break and retest. That would be the more much better choice to actually get in. So with that, I will stop my yapping and then hand over to Alexis and see what's her fundamental outlook.
All right, thank you, Lloyd. All right, hello guys. So let me just share my screen. Hang on, where is the share screen button? Okay, there you go. Okay, all right.